All right, who said I can only talk about branding here? This is my feed, I can do whatever I want. As long as it's unscripted and as long as you guys benefit, I'm game. Habits. Building the habits of coming up with content, coming up with batching, coming up with videos, with photos, with whatever. If you think it's easy for me to create brand photos for myself, you're wrong. First of all, it's very difficult to shoot yourself as a subject. Some cameras have remotes, phones have remotes. I have this little thing I'm gonna show you in the next video. Actually, that thing is great. Stay tuned for the next video for that. That also has a remote for the phone. It's like a selfie stick, only it's also a tripod and a remote in the same thing. Really excited about it. I bought it for like 12 bucks on Amazon, and I think I've been selling them as an affiliate like a crazy person because everybody is asking me, oh, what is it? What do you use? And I'm like, well, this thing is just awesome, so buy it. Right, but this is not what I'm here. I want to talk about creating the habit of creating digital content, of creating branded photos, branded videos. It's right. So I mentioned the first reason why it's so difficult for me to come up with my own branded images is because it's just very difficult to shoot yourself. I need somebody behind the camera. I need the energy, the interaction between me, the subject, and the photographer, whoever is behind the camera, because that is what creates that alive connection. When I'm posing, yes, I can do post shots. I can even pretend somebody's behind the lens, but it's yes, it requires discipline and training. So I prefer not to do that, but right now in quarantine, obviously I started shooting my own photos again. They are all more conceptual than alive, so there's no really life to them. They're just, you've seen them. You've seen some stuff I've posted. The second reason it's so difficult for me to create branded content, even right now with these videos, is because I'm not used to it really. It requires planning, it requires brainstorming. Basically, I have to take myself through the same process I take my clients through. The planning, figuring out the messaging. I go through my brand book and review the audience. I review my niche. I review my values. These things change all the time. I recommend actually doing it at least once a year if you're serious about your brand and you're marketing actively. This needs reviewing on an ongoing basis, once a year at least. Anyway, so I have to go through all that stuff. And then it becomes difficult because I have to set it up. I have to go to the location. Right now, obviously, it's all at home, so it's much easier, right? But I have the mic on a boom, on a tripod. I have a camera on a tripod with the, whatchamacallit, the script reading thing. I should take it off because these videos are all unscripted, but it's there, so I'm not disassembling the thing. It's in one piece. I have a light here, I have a light here, and I have another tripod that helps me to focus on me because this camera is not on autofocus. I don't have a remote, so I have to focus on an object and then replace an object with myself in order to stay sharp in the shot. I hope I'm sharp because yesterday I recorded like 3 videos, burnt through them, burnt out, got completely exhausted mentally and emotionally, and it turned out that all these videos were blurry, so they went to garbage. Yeah, life of a photographer. I wish there was somebody there. I can ask my son, but he grunts at me every time I ask him a favor. I should ask him favors and show him 20 bucks. Then it works. Although he still rolls his eyes. I don't know how much money I need to give him for him to be smiling and happy to help. If you have a teenager, drop me a comment. Let me know how it works for you. Right, so this whole setting up thing and then figuring out what videos I want to talk about it takes mental and emotional effort, so it's difficult. And how I'm overcoming that issue is I promised a lot of people online that I will do a series of videos. I promised people that I will show up for 6 to 8 weeks and talk about branding or business or this. Self-growth, self-help, right? This helps. So accountability. The other thing is creating the habits, stacking habits. I'm using James Clear here, who wrote an amazing book called Atomic Habits that I love. I've listened to it twice. I always listen to good books at least twice because I never receive all the information consistently. It's kind of like this. It's up and down. So when I listen twice, I at least get more information from the downs. Frankly, I probably should listen to it again. Anyway, the habit stacking, it works this way. You decide to do one thing, just one thing, and then you shoot. For me, that one thing is washing my hair, putting the makeup, clean shirt. Okay? Today, that one thing was creating the setup. So it takes a good chunk of time. I don't know, I didn't time it, but I think it takes about half an hour to set everything up properly, check the light, test it, get the focus going, and then I can shoot. Right? But after I've invested that time on setting up, there's no way in hell I'm not recording at least one video, because this thing is in the middle of my living room. Once I'm done recording, I have to put everything away so that my son doesn't break anything or doesn't break himself, or I can do it. I do that too. Yeah, all the time. So that means once this is set up, I'm gonna record at least something. Okay? And the more I do it, the more videos I can record at once. Like yesterday was very difficult for me emotionally and mentally to record 3 videos, 3 unscripted videos. I wrote just little content here on my phone and I thought I'll get through it, but it was so hard. And once I realized they were blurry, I couldn't record anymore. I just cried and ate pizza. That's what happened last night. Today I feel much better. I already did 2 videos and I'm just rambling with you guys, and hopefully some sense comes out of it, but I know that I will be better. I will get better with time, so I'm gonna just do that. If you like this kind of content, this form of content, please leave me a comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.